Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of Nick at Night. I'm here. We have Jets news today. I thank you for joining me. I'm working on a couple things to present to you during the show. Busting my hump all day, and now I'm here to please all of you people.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
I just sat down, too, for the first time in many hours. Thank you for being here. Hit the like button. We'll be right back. We're going to talk about Davante Adams getting cut and what's next at wide receiver for the New York Jets. What routes can they go? Routes? Wide receiver runs routes. We don't have any wide receivers. I know.
It's got me.
Gentry covered in fumble.
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
It is fantastic. Great work by Blitz BK, of course, and thank you to Gator for putting the video together. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I know it's late, especially if you're on the East Coast, but the main reason I'm here is to show off the new hat. Hell yeah. Flat brim, a little jet written on the backwards, on the backside. It's a nice hat. 25% off. I like it. I hope you like it too, especially you, Tom Ace. I see how you're looking at me through the camera. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We had some action early. Chiefs fan gifting a membership that went to JJ. And then JJ and Chiefs fan had 500 text messages back and forth that I am not able to go through and read all of them. Chiefs fan now with another comment. As promised, I gifted you that gifted sub to join. Let me know if I need 2 more, that have like 6 more I can spend, man. I will tell you that the Discord, the senior council in the Discord did make a ruling. They had a discussion this afternoon. I have a text message group with them. And they said it wouldn't be fair to others that we removed from here about 2 weeks ago because they're not paying members. However, there are people who do gift memberships and get in. You gift a couple more throughout the show, I will overrule the senior council. That is the purpose of the senior council, but I can override them at any time. Ladies and gentlemen, he's already in. But our friend, the great Jake Asman, who's up late, thank you, Jake, gifted 5 memberships to the channel and said, hey, Chiefs fan, this is how you do that shit. Jake showing off and showing why he's the top dog. They went to Julian Manfredo, DNY for life, Huge Johnson, not my burner account, ladies, Brian Glick, and Mickey. And then hold up, wait a minute. Chiefs fan says, I want in the Discord. I need in the Discord. Chiefs fan says, Jake, I will see your 5. And they went to Cursed Doggo Gift. Is that Neil's dog? A cursed dog? Dog's got a trachea. It's from all the smoke. I treat my dog great. We're not going to get into that. Cursed Doggo GIF. Mr. Leany. Robbie Oak, new to the channel. Michael Bartow. And Tyler Minton. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you kick off a late night show. Thank you very much, Jake. Thank you very much, Cheese Fan. Cheese Fan, when this show is over, I will work on Discord and we will get you back in. I promise. But thank you, everyone, for being here. I'm happy to see that there's over 30 of you here. It's a new thing. For those that don't know, I started working 2:30 to 11 p.m. I rushed in, changed. I haven't even eaten yet. I ate one time today at 6 o'clock, and I'm like, fuck that. No time for eating. We have to talk Jets. So the New York Jets today did exactly what we thought they would do. This was a no-brain move. This was not a surprise. This did not come out of left field. The New York Jets cut Davante Adams. Now, where does that leave the New York Jets? As of today, and let's put things in perspective. It's pre-free agency. It's obviously pre-draft. There's time to add to the room. But as of right now, you have to say wide receiver, as expected, shoots to the top of the list of needs. Garrett Wilson, he's still here. We do have a top dog. But now we got to find pieces and players to implement around him. Let's take a look at free agency first, since that tampering period starts this weekend. The top free agents available. And I don't think we're going top free agents. When I see these names, I don't think it's where we're going. And I think it's a dual thing of us not wanting the big wide receiver contracts and them not wanting us with the question marks at quarterback. Davante Adams, Stephon Diggs, Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin. All the top four are over 30 years old. Chris Godwin's 29. I don't see us going there at all. After that, a guy who seems like he's available every year and just seems to put up yardage time and time again. I think this guy is a sleeper. And any team that picks him is usually happy that they do. He's a great veteran, Brandon Cooks. Next we have Deontay Johnson, DeAndre Hopkins, Mike Williams, been there, done that. And somehow Robert Woods is still bouncing around the league. Robert Woods, who was teamed up with Cooper Kupp early on. Excuse me. Now, the youngest guy so far, and we're 11 guys in, is Hollywood Brown. Next up, who at 28, he must have entered the league old, is Darius Slayton. Maybe a Darius Slayton. Now we have Demarcus Robinson, KJ Osborne, Nelson Aguilar, Ashton Dolan, DJ Shark, Matt Collins, Tyler Boyd, if you want a bigger body, Zach Pascal, Zay Jones. Now the youngest guy on this list so far, 24.8 years old. Good old Elijah Moore. Would be crazy. New regime. But, I mean, there's some guys on here that, like, there's names not even worth reading. There's a guy at 25 years old. And this list is based off of their previous salary. So here's where we're getting into guys that have made less than $2 million last year. So that usually means guys who are coming off their initial contracts. You got somebody like a Josh Palmer. That's a guy to keep an eye on. My guy that I want, De'Ami Brown from Washington. He can get downfield. He's got good speed. A couple other guys who are young. Jalen Reagor, you're not taking him. But even though he's 31 years old, he had a $1.1 million contract last year. It's Tim Patrick from Detroit. I think it makes sense. I think if you want to implement your system, you bring him in. So if you can get De'Ami Brown and a Tim Patrick, and then you go and attack the draft, and you get aggressive with a wide receiver in your first 3 picks, you get a tight end in free agency, and then another one. It's a deep tight end draft. I don't know if you have to go too early. Yeah, it is. It is. It is pathetic. But I think that with a new regime, you don't overpay. We see that with Lazard right now. You don't overpay for mid guys that aren't going to fit what you want to do. You try to bargain shop. Maybe you sign guys for 1-year deals. Maybe you get Patrick for a 1-year deal. And then you start to bring in, you draft guys this year. You draft at least 1 wide receiver, 1 tight end this year. Next year, you probably do it again. And you start to build your team. Now, if you go crazy this year and you win 8-9 games, then you can maybe go buy big next year. But the free agent class of wide receiver is not good. Now, let's remember one thing. The wide receiver market always has surprise trades. It happens every year. It happens where you have a guy who's unhappy, a team changes systems, they don't fit what they want to do, and a guy becomes available. Cheers to coffee at 11:34 at night. Addison texted me earlier. I'm like, I'm having a horrible day. This one's rough. And he goes, how many coffees are you in? And I'm like, I'm not any in. I go, I made one at 6 o'clock for dinner and I didn't touch it. I had to dump the whole damn thing out. But, I mean, the other names on this list, Juju Smith-Schuster. I mean, it's very, very underwhelming list. So it's going to have to be creative. You know, there's a McCole Hardman. There's a Greg Dortch. There's a Dwayne Eskridge. You know, there's guys who haven't amounted to much. But like we've been saying, in order to be a successful team in the NFL, you have to find guys that other teams may have given up on, that other teams didn't utilize correctly. Now, there might be a name that we put out right now that doesn't excite any of us. But it's the right team. It's the right situation. He's utilized correctly, and he becomes something. So I don't expect the Jets to go big game hunting in free agency. I don't. And there's people who want to challenge my takes again, even though I just have over 1,000 subs. We know racist Rob. He called into Jake's show today, and he says something about, he quoted me from yesterday, but he sounded dumb as fuck doing it. And he says something about going after free agents between 50 and 100. Now, for those of you who may have heard that but didn't hear me yesterday, I looked at the list on CBS Sports top free agents and said, I don't think that we're going to shop in the top half of that list. We're probably going to be more shopping in the bottom half of that list, 50 to 100. Guys, like I just mentioned, guys that can come to a new scheme and maybe be utilized correctly, going into second contracts, who maybe didn't get, there was a coaching change, a scheme change, they fell out of graces, they had an injury, whatever the case may be. But now we can utilize them correctly and we can make the most out of them. We can maximize their career and their skill set. Now, that moron wants to keep talking shit, but guess what else he wants to do? You know what the definition of insanity is? It's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Why would we want to spend big in free agency when we've done it for the last 15 years? And breaking news, it hasn't worked. Well, maybe if we make the playoffs just one time. What does that do? This regime does not give a fuck that we didn't make the playoffs for 14 years. Their job, their goal is to build a team that can be there every single year. Not to appease us for one season, not to build it poorly, have it crumble from underneath and everyone get fired. It might take 2 years, but you know what? The goal for them is to make it so it's every year. That's the point. They don't give a shit about our history. They're not fans. If you get hired at a job and they say, hey, we need you to come in here. We need you. You're an accountant. We need you to get our books right. Our books are wrong. We weren't documenting everything correctly. You don't go in there and start doing things incorrectly and say, oh, the last guy did it, so maybe this time it'll work for me. Jake's head. Jake's head. That's a parrot. That's the parrot impersonation. I hope the big fella's watching. I told him I'd do the parrot for him tonight. But that's the logic behind it. There's logic. There's rationale. And you know what there's not? There's not emotion. Muji's not operating with emotion. He's not a fan. He's a general manager whose job is, I started 1 month ago. I don't care about what happened in 2017. I don't care about what happened in 2014. I don't care about what you've done in the past that didn't work. Here's what we're going to do. It might be a slow build. That might piss some of you off. You're going to be miserable. But you know what? When we finally do get it right and we all pray to the Lord that it does happen in our lifetimes, we're going to be grateful that they did it the right way. Thank you for listening to this TED Talk. Now, let's take a look. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I do see that Rick Ken is here. Shame on me.
Welcome, my friends. It's a shine time. Shine time. It's time to talk about the Jets. Don't you know it's shine time? Shine time. It's shine time. Time to be with my friends. Hey, have you seen my toe?
I haven't. Disappeared June 30th, 2023. We do have a breaking news in the chat. Tomorrow on the Jake Asman Show, previously aforementioned, we have the Chicken Soup region, the 7-10 matchup, Mike D's Nuts against Barbarossa. And then in the afternoon show, a matchup, very anticipated, heavyweight battle. Age versus rage. Jake, you can use that tomorrow. Age versus rage. We have Dave Briga, who's gaining momentum, I think, by the second with the chat against the Beast Breaker. Should be a very interesting battle. I think old man's got it. I do. I really, truly do. And you know what? I will announce right here for all of you tonight that no matter what happens tomorrow, I will be back right here and we will do a recap of what happened during the day yesterday. Because as a committee member, I think, and Jake being a good friend, I think we can do a little post game. We'll talk more if there's more Jets news, but we'll do a show tomorrow night. And see, Jake gifted another membership. You're the man, Jake. And that went to Gary King III. Not the first, not the second, not the fourth, but Gary King III. Thank you, Mr. Aspen. I appreciate you. You're a very good man. And I got to tell you, being a part, I'm going to talk real quick. I'm going to shoot from the hip here. I'm going to do a shoot, as they say in the wrestling business. I knew this would be exciting. I was honored to be asked to be on the committee and to be a part of it. And when we were putting it together, we were kind of excited with some of the matchups that we created. And not only the first round matchups, but potential matchups down the road. I kept saying to Jake, I'm like, you want to build that content for down the road. And seeing how largely this has taken the chat. People who might not be in that show every day are now in the show every day. They're popping in to see what happens. You see them. They pop up in the chat and ask, hey, did I miss the matchup? What's going on yet? Jake will have to tell them we didn't even post it yet. We're 10 minutes into the show. But sit tight. But I think it's a brilliant idea. Shout out to Tom, Jake, Boom, the three-headed monster that came up with it. And it's just amazing. It's absolutely amazing that a show about the people who watch the show, and it's perfect off-season stuff. You know, unfortunately, King Lowski got the best of Genergy today. And for those of you who are as maniacs as well as shiners, that was our first loss. That was the first shiner to lose today. We were 4-0 as shiners in the tournament. And for those of you who are in the Discord, I was saying that the shiner Discord is like the American Union. You want us, you want our vote, you want us backing you. But unfortunately, you know, King Lowski's a legend, and Genergy had a really, really tough battle. But much love to Jen. Jen's still a top-notch human being, which is more important than any of this, and a great caller. So shout out to Jen. Jen, if you watch this tomorrow, much love to you, sweetie. And you're still number one in our book, no matter what happened in the polls. Let's see. Let me pull up. Where are we? All right. So now let's discuss possibilities in the NFL draft. Everyone is pretty familiar with. If not, we're going to make you a little familiar with them now. You have Tet McMillan from Arizona. Tet's 6'4", 219, would be a very good compliment to Garrett Wilson. I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with him at 7. We could move back a little bit. All right. I'm just going to discuss the wide receivers right now. Some of the other wide receivers that could be first-round potential, not at number 7, but maneuvering around a bit. You got Luther Burden from Missouri. You got Matthew Golden, who ran a faster time. He's kind of built like Garrett Wilson. He's 5'11", 191. You got Wilson's former teammate, Emeka Egbuka. He's just over 6 foot. Guys who are the second round, more than likely, Trey Harris from Ole Miss, 6'2", 205. There's Eric Ayomanor from Stanford. He's 6'1". Isaiah Bond, who swore he was going to run the record-breaking 40 time and then ran a 4.4. He's 5'10". I think round 2, you got Savion Williams from TCU, who's 6'3". I think you're going to look for a bigger wide receiver. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. But I think, as of right now, you have to make a selection of wide receiver in your first 2 picks. If not, later, again, we have 2 5s and 2 6s. We'll have a better idea within a week or two what they do. But I think you got to snag one in round 2. If you move back a little bit, you pick up another 2, and you get a Tyler Warren in round 1, you get a D tackle, and you get a wide receiver with 2 2s. I think every Jet fan would be ecstatic about the possibilities of that trio. I think they're a very, very good group if we can get that. You can get a Tyler Warren, a D tackle, and like a Deion Walker, and then you go get a receiver in round 2. That's a great start to the draft. I'd be interested in that. I'd be excited about that. I really, really would. Now, I know I'm a little off my game. I worked all day and I came right home. Shout out to the Chiefs fan and Jake, who are both in for 7 raffles each for the Sauce Gardner autograph helmet. And unlike the Breece Hall helmet that the great Rick Kent won, no children were harmed in the signing of that helmet. Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. I can't speak on it or about it. But good luck to them. If you want to join them, you want to beat them, you're like, I can't have a Chiefs fan win a Sauce Gardner helmet. Well, Super Chats, gifted memberships, great way to make sure he doesn't win. And you take him down. So there's plenty of opportunities to get players. I don't know if we send out a big contract. I'd really be shocked if we put a big contract out there. I really, really, truly would. You know, with the possibilities of Garrett with an extension, are you going to go pay somebody off the street to come in and make more than Garrett when Garrett might want an extension now? These are things you got to worry about. This is a very sensitive generation of NFL player. For as big and tough and fast and badass as they are, they're very, very sensitive. So, Rick, I've asked you not to speak about this publicly. No respect. No respect. Chiefs fan. I gave Bill and my entries if that's okay with you. Well, when I enter all of this into the wheel, I may forget and put your name on it. If you win, we'll figure that out and we'll get it to Bill. Does that sound good? You remember. I'm not going to remember when I'm putting all these entries, typing them into the randomizer. That's your job. And thank you, Chiefs fan. Oh, excuse me. Oh, man. I don't like being in a school. I do not like it. Something I do want to do real quickly before we open up the call lines. For those of you that have been following the Bobby Midnight Weight Loss Challenge, we do have this week's update. Now, last week, Bobby had weighed in. Oh, let's see, where are we? Bobby weighed in last week at 245.2. Wait a minute, did I update that? Hold on, wait a second. I don't think I updated that. Oh, 245.2 last week. Oh, I did. No, 218. Hold on. That was 2 weeks ago. Last week was the 25th. All right. So 2 weeks ago, Bobby weighed 245.2. I didn't put in last week's weight into my my notes and my log. But we are week 13, which means there's 3 weeks left. And Bobby started off at 281.6. And now, ladies and gentlemen, after 13 weeks, our man Bob ladies and gentlemen, this guy has been paying attention. He knows that I was about to tease it, and he did a preemptive strike himself. Our buddy Snowball, Jets Worldwide, just dropped 5 channel memberships, which gives him 6 raffles for the Sauce Gardner autograph helmet. They went to Brandon Newsom, David Emerson, Isaiah Camp, Suffering Squirrels, Gary K. Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm going to say to you. If you haven't already, go over and to subscribe to Jets Worldwide with Snowball and Johnny. They've done the match game. They've done Wheel of Fortune, Jets themed wheel. They're two very good friends of mine. I love them dearly. Go spam their chat or their YouTube page right now and go hit the like button. Search Jets Worldwide and show them some love. They deserve it. Thank you, Snowball. I appreciate it. And I know right now, I know the deal. It's my own channel. I know the deal. I've promised you guys for every 5 that you gift, I will gift 1 myself. Right now, I owe 3. Do we get 2 more 5? And then I'll just drop a 5 myself and we get nuts and we build this group and community up? Let's do it. I'm game. I'm down. Georgie, member for 7 months. Georgie, thank you. I appreciate you, my friend. Dropping some snowmen for Snowball. You better not talk to me in that tone, Jets fan 4. You better calm down with the all caps bullshit, pal. You sit tight, all right? Now I'm going to do it, and it looks like I'm doing it because you yelled at me. Ladies and gentlemen, 13 weeks in, and Bobby Midnight has gone from 281.6 pounds and a triple G cup size to 241 pounds. Share. 241 pounds. He's lost 40.6 pounds so far, ladies and gentlemen. 40.6 pounds. Now, there are 3 weeks left on Bobby's journey. We hope the journey continues after the fact. But I'm going to tell you guys, as of this moment, today, our friend Bob, at $90 a pound, has earned himself over $3,600. $3,654. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Shout out to Bobby. Great work. Chiefs fan saying, damn, can only think about how many bottles of Jim Beam he can get with that. But we do not support alcohol drinking consumption on this channel. Not this week. Not every week. Use your money wisely. Ladies and gentlemen, our good friend David D., one of our resident Detroit Lions fans, said, you know what? Sauce Gardner's from Detroit. I would love to have a chance to win a Sauce Gardner helmet. David, you are in for 6. They went to Brett, 1125. Peter, welcome back, Peter. The previously aforementioned New York Jets fan 4. AJ, who's here in the chat right now. And Tom Ace put a load on his face. Tom Ace, congratulations. Here's a towel. Go dry yourself off, buddy. David D., welcome. Thank you for doing that. Now, we are one more 5 spot away, and then I myself will drop a 5 spot to match the 5 that we've gotten so far. Hey, Clancy. Nice to see you, Clancy. I'm happy that you're here. Hope you're doing well. Oh, David, you're a sweetheart. He will donate it if he wins. David, you're welcome here anytime, man. You're a very good supporter of the channel. Appreciate your input and insight on our team from an outsider. And you know what? It's midnight. We got 52 of you watching. Addison and Rick, you don't have to type it. I know it's only 8:57 where you are. It's not midnight yet. I know what you guys are typing. I know you guys very well. But 53 of you here watching so far. Very good start. I did show the hat earlier, Johnny. You're such a drama queen, John. Boom. 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 Very good point, Rick Kent. Rick Kent, that's why you're a legend. That's why you're a legend, Rick Kent. See, Johnny, I don't want to do it. David says, Nick, I would ask for your input on who to donate it to if I win. Well, if you win, you should donate it back to me to raffle off again. And just to be clear, Nate mentioned this the other day. If Jake wins, he's going to raffle off the Sauce Gardner. If I win any of Jake's, I'm going to give it to Nikki. Those are really nice. I'm going to give those to Nikki. I'm not going to raffle them off. No hair. Yeah, I got rid of it. Beard gone, head shaved. Ordered 2 new hats the other day. Trying to make some changes in life. But ladies and gentlemen, give me a moment while I old man internet. I'm going to give you the soothing sounds of our buddy Blitz BK. It's never too late for a song about Santa and Bobby being angry.
Hey, Shiners. It's a party. My house. Discord party.
Blitz got beat.
Yo, we at Sean's crib about to turn up. Music bumping, party jumping. Please someone fill my cup. We greet each other Merry Christmas. And let the jet suck while Bobby yells at Santa.
Shut the fuck up.
Then Gary intervenes and tells them don't be mean. Eat a stick of butter every day and you'll be lean. Then Santa runs off. I hope we left some gifts because Bobby scared him off. He's on the naughty list. This whole party's lit. Nate, Clancy, many more. We hardly fit. And Addison and Weeds bought that Marley spliff. I licked on my lips cause old Jenna G make my heartbeat skip. Damn Charles Gorman, was that a fart you ripped? Too much head in it, all the hot dogs and chips. Now I want my gift. Tell me where the hell is Santa? He ran so quick. I checked the bathroom and
Thank you. We're back. South End is here. Oh, no, it's not the end. My work hours changed. So now I am at I work till 11 during the week. So tonight started around 11:20. We got Nick at night. For those of you who are up late or for those of you who are in other time zones, there's only so much inappropriate television you can watch late at night. Might as well be here watching me be inappropriate instead and supporting one of your friends. I don't know what he was doing, Hawk. I have no idea what he was doing. But Hawk, I'm happy that you're here, my friend. The school that I'm working in is next to the Rio Diner. And I look out the window, Hawk. And I took a picture. I posted it in the Discord yesterday. And I was like, man, that spot right there where that car is, that was the last time I saw Hawk in person. Because Sarah had to steal him. Everyone vote for Craig. Sarah stole our friend Hawk. Vote for Craig. I know Hawk's not going to agree with that, but damn it. Why'd she have to hurt us like that? What did we do to her? Georgie with a super chat. Thank you, Georgie. Nick, you grew up so fast. Looking good, man. Thank you, Georgie. Appreciate the kind words, sir. I did not. He was wandering around. Costco today. But if Charles is at the Rio Diner, I'm running out the door and running across the side street to get there. Looking trim and not just your beard. Thank you, buddy. I'm trying. It's difficult. Not going to lie. Today, I'm disappointed in myself. The school that I was in, brand new school, really nice compared to some of the other buildings that are 60 or 70 years old in town. And in the teacher's lounge on the floor that I'm on, they have a vending machine. And it takes Apple Pay. And I did have a snack today out of it. All I ate today is at 6 o'clock was chicken and vegetables. And then I did have a snack. It was a rock solid peanut butter cookie, but it was like a big peanut butter cookie. I go to bite into it, I almost lost a tooth. Kim is here. Kim says, Nick, I don't know who you are anymore. It's too much. Kim, firstly, no females ever told me it's too much. So thank you for being my first with that. And I'm still me. You can hear the voice. Thank you, Dre. And for those of you looking forward to Sunday, no, Tom, you know what, man? I got to start charging my phone all the way up before I go to work because like I put it down twice at work to charge up. So I'm hurting myself by not getting all of my stuff. Oh, we're after midnight. Hold on. I got to look at the day before. Only 9,500. Day before was 9,700. But I feel like I'm doing at least a couple thousand more because the phone is down at like prime work time. But thank you, Trey. Oh, Sunday night, Shine Time, 9 o'clock. I'm also debating this. Since it's Sunday, it's the off season. There's no other shows that I watch or I'm aware of on Sunday nights. Would you guys want me to move it up to 8 o'clock start time? I'm thinking this is obviously going to be the marquee show. Sunday is going to be very big. I got Green Bean committed to make an appearance. I got Gunny coming on later when he gets home. So far, I have Dom C and Jeremy popping on at certain points after their stream is over. I'm going to reach out to some others. But I'm thinking moving up Sunday to 8 o'clock. Why wait till 9 o'clock if there's nothing else going on? There's no football. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I needed one opinion. Lane says move it up to 8 p.m. Could I ever disappoint Lane? Yeah, there'll be some others added throughout the week. There'll be some other people added to Sunday night. For those of you that don't know, at midnight Sunday will be March 10th, and it'll be 2 years sober and clean for me. So there's no other place in the world I would rather be than here with you guys. I've spent so many nights with you. I don't spend any nights at a bar stool anymore or drinking my mind away. I spend all the free time I can here with you guys and gals in the chat. And if you could ask me where would I want to be for that night, it's here with you guys. So you guys mean the world to me. You have helped me in more ways than you will ever know. I truly, honestly mean that. My commitment to showing up at night to let you guys know that I'm here, I'm okay, you don't have to worry about me, meant and still does mean a lot to me. I don't want anyone that cares about me to ever have to worry about me again. So that's why I commit to being here at night. So that way no one ever has to say, oh, I wonder if Nick's all right. Damn, was Nick supposed to be on tonight? Fuck, I hope he's okay. I don't want that for anyone I love ever again. So Sunday night, I'm going to be with the kids, I think, on Sunday. I think I'm going out to dinner with the kids on Sunday. I don't know if I can make 8 o'clock this Sunday because I'm going to go out with them, celebrate with them. And I think we'll keep this Sunday 9 o'clock, but going forward after that, we might move it. Might move it to 8 o'clock on Sundays from now on, at least in the off season. Let's see, where are we at? I thank all of you. I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised with the amount of people that we have here. We have almost 50 likes right now. Let's get a couple more. Let's get to 55. 6 of you who haven't already liked the stream, and we'll drop the call-in link here. Even though it's after midnight, we'll do some call-ins. Clancy's like, bro, you can't be doing shows before I wake up, man. Yes, Lane. Yes, I am a custodian in town where I live. Dry lips. I got to start drinking more water. I've been on such a fucking coffee kick that I haven't been drinking as much water as I should, and I'm a little upset with myself. I know, Clancy. Well, the good thing for you, Clancy, is you're in the Discord, and you get all the alerts and the updates of when I'll be on. That's the perk of being a paid member of this channel. You get an update of when I'm going live, because I don't have a life anymore with the set schedule. This is Jeff Olnick. Oh, yeah. It's Jeff Olnick. Oh, where'd Nick go? Nick left to go to Australia because, Sarah, you have some family and friends, and he said he needed to hook up with 2 of them. He left me here. So take care of our boy Nick. Hook him up with some, they can't be taller than 5 feet 2 inches, American. And certain other size requirements, but we won't get into that. Peter, Nick, I wanted to congratulate you on your surprise. Oh, thanks, buddy. No, it's Sunday too. It's great that you don't want it. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And Clancy follows it up with, Peter just cracked a White Claw. Peter snuck a White Claw into his bedroom at home. He's not allowed to drink in the house yet. So he sneaks White Claws in his bowling ball bag. But thank you, Peter. Thank you for the kind words. I do appreciate that. No way. No, you don't. All right, Peter. What was the last one you had? What the fuck? If Nick thinks I'm letting him near my family and friends. Wow. Wow. Well, you know what? Nick's not letting himself around your family and friends because Nick is claustrophobic and would never sit on a fucking plane for that long. So we're good. We're 100% good. Rick brings up a great point. Let's see. Where are we at? We're at 51. Can we get? You know what? Let's do it. I'm going to do it anyway. I have a feeling we're going to get one more gifted membership of 5. So I'm going to do a little preemptive strike. And I'm just going to gift the 5. Now, for every 5 on this channel gifted, I gift 1. We've already had 4 sets of 5 go out. So I'm going to gift mine now, knowing that someone in the chat will not make me look like a liar. They went to tomorrow's victor, Dave Briga, one of our resident Detroit Lions fan, the first one, Patty Grimes, Nathan Shells, Zachary Berner, and Paul K. Ladies and gentlemen, we know Dave Briga is probably out jogging, training, punching cows in a meat trailer right now, getting ready to knock out the beast tomorrow. Snowball, good night. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, again, go over, subscribe to Jets Worldwide. They're doing a lot of fun things over there. And for crying out loud, do it because I told you to. I would never lie to you guys. The gals, maybe, but I'd never lie to you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I know it's late. I know we're probably not getting to 69, but give me your takes. Give me what you think the Jets could do at wide receiver, either in free agency or the draft. Do you have a plan? I hope I'm not getting sick. I really hope that I'm not getting a tickle in my throat all of a sudden. No, Peter, he meant Ken. He typed it correctly. You can lie to women, you can lie to men. He said it right. All right. Or the Jets' plan at wide receiver, Lane says sign Justin Fields. Lane, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe this is a first-time caller, right? First-time caller to the show. Let's bring in Bob.
Yes, sir. Nick,
what's up, Bomber? How you doing, man?
I'm coolin', man. I'm here, man.
How's everything on your end, bro?
Everything is good, man. I'm ready for the season to start, man. What you think?
Yeah. I want to build the roster a little more first. I'm not ready for it to start yet. We need a lot more players.
Well, I'm hoping that the roster be built. You know, we need this jet to fly really good this year. Like, we've been building it for quite some time, so we just need the right pilot.
Yeah. We need a pilot. We need an engine. We need people to stow the baggage underneath. We need people to fasten seatbelts. We need a whole lot.
We definitely need an engine, man.
We need some mechanics. We need a lot, man. We need a guy to duct tape the wings together. We need a bunch of things.
Yes, tell me about it, man. So who you think?
Anyone ever tell you got like a little bit of a Garrett Wilson look going on?
Oh, man. I hear that from my brother Infrared all the time, man. Oh, my God. And I know he's watching. Red, I guess I'm Garrett Wilson 2.0, man.
That's it. G-Dub 1 here. You're G-Dub 1 now. The first Garrett Wilson to call the show.
So what you think we should do, man? Should we trade back or should we stay at 7?
I am always of the mindset of if you're not trading up, trade back. You need more raffles in the lottery that is the NFL draft. You need more tickets. You know, and that gap from 42 to 92, I hate. That's the sweet spot of this draft. They even said it the other day on Schefter said it when he was on Pat McAfee last week, that a lot of people believe the sweet spot in this draft is from 10 to 35. We only have one pick in that area, right? No, we have no picks in that area. We're 7 and then we're 42. But a lot of other people believe that the draft from 25 to 75 is very strong. And we only got one pick in there. I would love to get another pick. If we can go back a few spots, pick up a second rounder, or even pick up an early third where we have 42, something in the low 70s, and then something in the 90s, and then something at 107. Now you're maneuvering, and now you can become shakers in the draft. You can go up a little bit if you like somebody, because with 2 5s and 2 6s after that, you have the ammunition.
Yeah.
No, Clancy, we don't have 72. We go from 42 to 92.
Do we have 2 picks in the third round?
In the third round, no, because we gave up our pick in the third round for Devontae. We have 92 at the end of the third, which was Detroit's pick, which we traded back last year in the draft, and we picked up. I think we went from the third to the fourth round, but we picked up their third rounder in the process.
Oh, man.
So, that 42 to 50 players, man, that's a lot of fucking players. That's a lot of good talent going off the board.
Yeah.
So I'm always in favor of moving up, unless you're going to go up and get a quarterback. But we're not doing that.
I don't see no reason to do it. We can get them in the later rounds, maybe the fourth round, third round, depending on what you want to do. But I want to address the weapons, man. We need more weapons, because the only weapons we have on offense is Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. I don't really see any other weapons we can utilize. They didn't use Corley properly. He was underutilized, You don't
even have to say properly. They didn't use Corley.
They didn't even use him. Yeah.
At all.
They didn't even use him. And we need somebody to take the pressure off of Garrett, because he's the only threat that we have. And the running back threat is crazy, and I would have liked to have seen him use my boy, Braylon Allen,
Yeah. And that's something I've been saying is, if you're Tanner and you're Turner and you're building this scheme, and you're going to mirror the Lions scheme, is you sit Garrett Wilson down and say, look how we use St. Brown. We're going to get you a tight end that's going to open it up, and we're going to use him like Laporta. Breece, we're going to use you like Gibbs. Braylon, we're going to use you like Montgomery. And then we're going to get a guy who can open it up downfield like Jamison Williams does. And then Tim Patrick, we're going to bring you over here, and we're going to use you like we used you, where you'll be a spot receiver who can make things happen.
Yeah.
So, you have some pieces there.
Yeah.
Now you just got to, make it all come together. And that's where coaching comes in. That's where the design comes in. That's where being unpredictable comes in. We've been too predictable with Rodgers, and that's why it didn't work, in my opinion.
QB1, who you see as starting week 1, QB1?
I mean, there's so much smoke. Everyone, not just fans.
Yeah.
Prognosticators are saying Justin Fields to the Jets looks like it's going to be a thing. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, because he was drafted high. He's talented. That's a guy you take a chance on. You don't take a chance on a Carson Wentz, who's an asshole. And every locker room he's been in, really just, now he's not starting, he's not playing, so he just sits there quietly in Kansas City. But he was hated in multiple locker rooms. So I can't even entertain that. That'll anger me. And I try not to get angry about this team anymore, but that'll really, really anger me. I wouldn't mind Jameis Winston. I think Winston throws the ball downfield. If Fields decides to go elsewhere, if it's not Fields, I wouldn't be okay with it, but I would accept Tyrod Taylor if we don't overdraft a quarterback in round 1.
Yeah.
I'd be all right with it for 1 year. Build your structure, trade back, get your pieces, and then next year go all in a guy who can succeed.
I want him to earn the spot, though. I don't want Tyrod to just be given the QB1 spot. I want him to earn it, because everybody deserves a chance to fight for that spot. No matter if we get Fields or anybody else they put on the roster, even Jordan Travis, because he's had the setback, but we still need to know what we have in him, because I seen him as the future for us. And now we're in a position to where we need another quarterback.
Not for the Jets.
Yeah.
There's multiple reasons. I had this opinion for weeks now, saying that a new regime will not go and play a guy that the previous regime drafted and wanted to build. They'll draft their own guy, right? Like we got rid of got rid of Darnold to draft Zach Wilson. The regime will want to take their guy. Jordan Travis is not their guy. And now you add this other stuff in there and him unfollowing them on social media. It's just leading up to a release, in my opinion.
Yeah. Man, I feel like if Tyrod starts, man, like I told everybody, by week 6 or 7, he'll be injured, man. And then the next guy will be in because he's injury prone. I don't feel like he's going to lead us all the way properly to the finish.
That's why you kind of use him as the backup, right? Like, even if it's just Fields and it's not playoffs or bust situation, you bring in Fields, you say, Fields, we're going to go with you. And you sign a 1-year deal, and Fields should want to sign a 1-year deal. You don't want to have a 2-year, $20 million deal, and you throw for 50 touchdowns, 5,000 yards, you lead them to the Super Bowl, and now you're going to get an extension if you go that far, but they'll give you the money. But you want to be able to be free if you have that amazing season and have everyone bidding on you. You don't want to be locked in at one place, So you go year to year to year at this point until you hit big, and if not, you just become a career journeyman. And when you hit 32 years old, that's when you maybe get the Tyrod Taylor deal, 2 years to go to be a backup in New York.
I feel like that's fair. It's pretty much fair. Shoot, I could be the quarterback for
the super chat. Excuse me. Big fella, thank you. You are entered another entry for you in the raffle for the Sauce Gardner helmet. Hope you had a good day at work, bro. This is a good surprise. Can't stay on long, but this is cool. Nikki Late Late Show. Hell yeah. And I already announced with the big matchup tomorrow with Beast and Mr. Brigga that age versus rage, as I've labeled it, we will I'll be back on tomorrow night when I get home from work, probably going on around 11:20. Excuse me. But Bomber, thank you for calling in. I got a couple people waiting to come on, man. Appreciate your support, and
appreciate you for having me, man.
Chat more and more, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Got it, man.
All right, bro. Be good.
Be good.
Ladies and gentlemen, next up, he's a 1 seed. He got so upset when he found out that the Jets were cutting Aaron Rodgers that he punched a wall and broke his hand.
Yo, what up? Nothing much. Just relaxing.
I didn't say what's up. I said hi, Chiefs fan.
Yo, hi. I'm just staying up late so I can join the Discord. Whatever you can say.
That excited.
Yeah, I'm just checking through my messages and emails for all the blood work and stuff I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks. I'm doing good. I'm just hoping that you guys get the quarterback situation figured out. And Justin Fields is like a no-brainer, but I have a feeling like he's going to want to sign a bigger deal.
Now, let me ask you a question. The last time you had blood work done, you had CSI people in the apartment checking for blood stains on your couch. What type of blood work are you getting now?
I just get blood work done every week or every 2 weeks to check on my levels of blood sugar after I got injured due to the stress and all that.
Diabetic?
Pre-diabetic.
All right. What's your A1C?
Like every once in a while, I have some Doritos or something sweet, but like I used to be big, like 300 something pounds, 350, 370.
Really?
Ice cream every week, ice cream every day, pizza every day, burgers 24/7.
I was 382 at my biggest, and right now I'm 273. So I'm down 109 overall.
I mean, I barely drank any water when I was that big. But like when I just started like drinking more and more water, you cut it faster. Like the good old for like 7 months I was on like a lean diet.
Mm-hmm.
A liquid diet, sort of like liquid diet I consider soup. I think I spent so much money on salad when I was bigger because salad fills you up and it's cheap.
Oh, that just pissed him off. I saw his face go,
Yeah.
I was watching Gary's backstage. I was watching Gary, waiting
there
to see his reaction
there
when he
was a
mentioned
lot
salad.
of chicken. There was a lot of chicken and rice in that situation too, and chicken and rice soup with vegetables and all that.
I have
Chicken
to
and
ask you a
rice.
question.
Yeah,
It's a little off topic, but when my brain gets an idea, I have to say it right away.
go ahead.
Did you watch the documentary on Jeffrey Dahmer? Because
Yeah,
the lighting in your apartment is fucking identical to the lighting in that show.
I'm gonna be real with you. I just don't like having that much lighting on. Like that's the reason why my eyes are so shit and I need to get glasses again. Because I just don't like that much lighting on.
I hear you. I can
Save
relate.
less than the power bill. All that stuff. Like when growing up poor, with like only one light on at a time in the house.
Good night, Lane. Thank you for watching,
night,
Lane. I
Lane.
appreciate you being on here with us.
Hopefully Lane wins this match too. I have my final four. I can't remember out of the chicken soup reason, but I have David T beating me, and then I have Lane beating Mikey, and Lane beating David T in the final.
Same exact lighting. Same exact lighting. It's remarkable.
Yeah. I mean, I use cheaper and dimmer light bulbs, but it is what it is.
It's remarkable.
Yeah.
Thank you, Addison, for finding that. Addison, co-producer or executive producer on the show here tonight. I appreciate you, Addie.
I'm very grateful you let me back in there. I was about to say if you needed 5 more, I was gonna go fuck it.
Well, Addison is part of the council. Addison he's the one who gave me some pushback, saying that it's got to be more than just one because people have been removed from there.
I gifted 6, so hopefully that's good enough for y'all.
Addison, your thoughts? I have like no say in my own Discord. You know that. You've been in there. I come in and it's like nobody listens to me. They can't wait for me to leave.
Yeah.
You know I have no control or power in there.
Let's see what they say.
Yeah. Could we get you to start growing out your hair and possibly be Dahmer for Halloween this year?
Crazy. He said I'm back. Crazy mofo. Let's go. I don't like long hair. I just don't like the fact that like you have to wash it more and all that stuff. I'm more of a buzz cut guy. Thank you, by the way, Addison. I'm more of a buzz cut guy. Just in case if they want to send the crazies in the war, I'll go. Send me in.
We're going to war?
Oh, if we go to war, I'll just be with the redneck unit. That's the reason why I get my buzz cut all the time. Just in case if they gotta send me in.
J Quest says it has to be 20 gifted.
Come on, bro.
I think 20 is too much. He already did 6, so I think 14 would be enough.
Bruh.
14 more. Then you're a member for a year.
The most I could afford is 5 more to get
I'm kidding. Okay. I'm kidding.
Because I cut takeout, so that was part of my takeout money.
Hell yeah, dude. Takeout's the worst.
I mean, I would just walk to the
Go buy a bunch of steaks or a bunch of chicken breasts in a package.
Yeah. I buy those Healthy Choice steamers. Just my luck.
Is that the type of steamers that Charles Gorman lets off all the time?
Probably so.
Or are they different?
They're different, but like just my luck. I've spent $4 each of them, and then they go on sale again. But
yeah, you got to pay attention to the circulars. You got to pay attention to what's coming up on sale, man.
I'm definitely stocking up on eggs tomorrow because the prices are skyrocketing. So my friend just told me just
get the egg whites, and then you don't have to pay as much. It's cheaper without the yolk.
Oh, it is? There you go. Okay. Do they last longer? Because I've never done that before.
Oh, I don't buy regular eggs. Whenever I haven't gotten in about a year,
Okay.
but I always get the carton of egg whites, and it's easier. You pour it out, simple.
Yeah, like my friend told me that we should probably go half and half on a big bulk of eggs so we don't run out of eggs for a while.
You're just gonna throw them at one another.
No, we're gonna eat them.
Is that why it looks so yellow in there? You throwing eggs at each other?
Oh no, my doctor says I need to eat at least 3 eggs a day while I'm recovering from this.
You've had nobody sign your cast yet? You haven't had like friends or family sign your cast?
I'm gonna go out this Friday to see if people want to sign it.
Where would you go?
Oh, just a card shop. Have my friend take me to a different card shop 20 minutes away.
All right, here's what you do. You don't have what do you mean, like a Dungeon and Dragons like cards or like baseball cards, Pokemon
Dungeons
cards?
and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, One Piece,
Here's what
Star
you do.
Wars.
You don't have them sign their name. You have them sign like their favorite character.
Okay,
And
sure.
then you come back and tell us all the characters. Because I'm not going to know Joe Smith from the card shop. But if you say, here's Pikachu, I'm like, oh, okay, that's weird, but cool.
Actually, I'll just have them write their favorite Pokemon. That's even better.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Chiefs fan. I will get you back in the Discord tonight. All right.
I'll tell you what. If I get 5 more right now, can I get the link early and go to bed?
You get 5 more right now. You can get anything you want.
I'll
send you nudes. You get 5 more right
now.
now.
Let me get. 5
I mean, the
more.
nudes will be of Gary, but I'll still send you 5 nudes.
Let me get 5 more on air before you go in, and then it's like I actually did it.
All right, and I will.
I don't mind tossing 5 more because my sleeping meds and pain pills are like 2 Mike Tyson punches.
Don't be doing both, man.
I'm getting there.
Hold on here. Let's get Shiners. How do I invite from here?
Come on, I know the one.
Let me do it from my phone. I've never invited anyone from the. I got you. I know how to do it from the phone. I've never used the computer. I'm big time now. I got 2 monitors.
My Wi-Fi is just shitting itself because it's about to get cold and snowy.
Big fella has a question for you that you can answer while I'm working on this.
Ever
hear of the magic card with Wrath of God?
Wrath of God? I think I've heard. Is it not like the board wipe? I think
you're asking the wrong persons.
Dude, when you're on pain pills and sleeping pills at the same time, it just feels awful.
I have it open right here. You are the first name, Chiefs fan. As soon as the 5 pops in, I send the invite button.
Come on, Wi-Fi. Come on, damn it. There we go. Come on, let's confirm this shit. Good to go? Fuck yeah.
Good to go. Invite sent. Just the injured Chiefs fan is now back into the Discord. Ladies and gentlemen,
I gotta be up at 6 a.m.
You're a man of business. You take care of business and you say, F this, I'm out. Now, if I end this show in 20 minutes and you're in the DP, everyone will know you lied to me on air.
Oh, no. I'm gonna look up Wrath of God for the MTG real fast. So before I go. Oh, no. I'm going
Chiefs fan. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Your 5 went to Rob V, T-Jet 73, MC Maze, M. Villette, and Molan Lab.
It is a destruction card. I forgot it's a mono white destruction card. Okay. Good night.
Good night, buddy. Thank you. Feel better, man. Seriously.
Oh, thank you.
You know I was going to you the second he started mentioning salad, right? You had to know that was coming because your face went like you went like, oh, he's going to go. And I was like, whoop.
He said salad fills you up. I feel like salad is like the never-ending thing that doesn't fill you up. Like, you can eat salad all day. Does salad fill you up?
I'm not a fan of lettuce. I substitute it for spinach whenever I have it. I like spinach. Even if it's dry spinach, I like the spinach, better than lettuce.
Yeah. I hear you. I don't eat any
Excuse me.
salad. Does Gary have a pillow at his desk? No, this is see. Congratulations on the new. Is this going to be a new time slot? I know you're working later now.
For the foreseeable future, man, I'm gonna be. I work till 11 during the week, so I would rather do this. And if I have 50 something people jumping in, and this was unexpected tonight, if I start promoting it and say I'm gonna go on any night, breaking news with the Jets, check for me at night. I mean, I get in the door 11:20, 11:30. I'll come on.
This is prime time for me. This is like most people have 2:00 in the afternoon. It's 11:30 where I am. It's 11:38. So This is my prime. I'll work for 3-4 more hours and then go to bed at like 3:30. This is like if you wanted more Gary, this is how you do it. This is my prime time right here.
So if I want to go on 9:00 in the morning, that would mean less Gary. I'm trying to get feedback from the chat.
Yeah, 9:00 Eastern time. Yeah, I usually wake up between 8:30 and 9 my time.
Gotcha.
So yeah, if you're starting at 9 your time, 8 my time, I'll be asleep at least for the first hour.
I would much rather do this, and if I'd hate to wake up, be groggy, and like do a show where I'm not fully into it.
Yeah,
so I'm better off. And if I get 50 people showing up, I'm happy with that, right?
I think so. As long as it's 50.
There's a lot of people who are up late at night. There's a lot of people who are throughout the country, or not even in this country. So I'll be all right. As long as people are showing up, I'll do a show. I'll be happy with that. And then, like 50. I said, Sunday will be the main event.
You know how many teams can't get a single YouTube show to get 50 live viewers? Like 50 live viewers is a lot for a team, right? I promise you, like the Texas Rangers and the Dallas Mavericks don't have a single YouTube channel that gets 50 live viewers ever. Not when the Rangers play in the World Series. It's good. This fan base, I keep saying it, and it sounds good. Jet fans are the best fans, but it's true. Like, it really is true. We haven't made the playoffs in 14 years. It's March 4th on a random Tuesday, and you got 50 live viewers. Like, that's really good.
Yeah, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. There's a very, very supportive group, and I'm blessed. That's all I could say with it. These guys and gals know how much I love them.
It's good. You put on a good show. You give good content.
Thank you.
I'm a huge Longhorns fan. There's not a single entertaining Longhorns. There's plenty of Orange Bloods. Like, there's plenty of Texas football. There's plenty of Longhorn YouTube shows. None of them are entertaining. Like, they're informative and they get some good information, but none of them are entertaining. Like, this community has so many entertaining Jet shows that aren't just filled with content, but they're entertaining. That's the best thing about it is you can listen to it every day and it doesn't get okay. It's what I'm saying. It's not like listening to a Bible reading over and over again. It's like, okay, I get it.
There's nothing wrong with the Bible.
No, I read the Bible every day. I'm just saying, you get into a Bible reading.
I just had to show support there for a second. I had Awesome, thank you.
I wanted to talk about the draft for a minute.
Because
I'm looking at this, and Jake's like, who are you going to be extremely annoying about this year? Like you were last year with Bowers. And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, I don't really like anyone in the draft after the top 5 or 6 guys. So let's pause right there. Who's your top 5 or 6? Because it might be different from other people's. Carter, Hunter, Graham, Campbell, and Johnson. How many is that? That's 6
That's
guys.
5.
Right?
That's 5.
So 5 guys. And then,
but no quarterbacks?
Cam Ward's
going
to be
taking
there,
the
right?
quarterbacks off?
I don't really love it. Look, if Cam Ward fell to us at 7, I would take him at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'd be like, all right. He's good. I'm not he's good. Jay asked me, why do I hate Cam Ward? I don't. I actually like Cam Ward. I topped him out to Kyler Murray. He's going to have that kind it's good. It's not going to win us a Super Bowl on that alone, but he's good. I like him. So that would be, then after that, I'm like, none of these guys really move me, right? It's like I want a 10, but I'm at a dance with all 6s and 7s, and that's okay. Like, I'm getting into this. Like, I was against drafting T-Mac at 7, but like, it might be the best pick available, McMillan, right? Like, he's good. I looked at last draft, and there was all these guys who wanted to trade up 4. There's Marvin Harrison and Neighbors and Roma Dunze. And all those guys are better than T-Mac. And like I said, if you think T-Mac, because 7, where was Garrett Wilson picked? 7, 8, somewhere in that range, right? 10. Garrett Wilson's better than McMillan.
Sauce was 4, Garrett was 10.
So it's like, okay, he's not as good as those guys, but he could be a good player. My only concern about McMillan is he a 6'5" slot receiver? Is that what he is?
I'm not sure on Tat. I haven't done work on Tat yet. I've watched Hunter. I've watched Carter. I started watching Will Johnson a little bit.
Yeah.
And I've watched Tyler Warren. Those are the 4 that I've watched like film and done a little bit of like a mental breakdown with. Mason Graham, I trust Tom C. Tom C says he's a carbon copy of Quinnen. He plays the same position as Quinnen. We have a Quinnen. Why would we take another Quinnen?
Well,
And he says Quinnen does it better. So you're better. Dom loves Kenneth Grant. Says Grant is the guy that you put next to Quinnen. That's what makes the defensive line better. So I haven't done too much on Graham for that reason because I trust Dom with everything draft. He's my go-to guy. When I got a question, I text Dom, hey, what's your thoughts? Am I seeing this right? Am I seeing this wrong?
What about my boy, Banks, out of Texas, Calvin Banks? He's fallen down. He was a top 10 guy.
I haven't even considered him with where we are. I don't think do you think he falls to 2? You think he falls that far down?
I've seen mocks now where he's late in the first round. There's a bunch of tackles on the. They're saying he's a guard. I don't understand why he's a guard. He's got an 85-inch wingspan. Like, why would he be a guard? I don't know. He's 6'5", 315. Is that undersized for a tackle in today's NFL? Is that a guard size? I mean, that seems huge to me.
Guards usually. That's a tackle. I mean,
I would say
Brickishaw was about that, right? Wasn't Brickishaw like 6'4", like 310?
Yeah. So he's 6'5", 315, 85-inch wingspan. Why are they saying that he's a guard?
I can't answer that. Maybe it's the footwork. Maybe it's the lack of lateral movement to kick out and get out and stop the edge rushers. That I can't speak to it because I haven't watched anything on him. I have watched a little bit of Campbell. And then who's the other guy from Texas? Williams? Don't you have 2 offensive linemen in this?
Not in the first round. The other guy that would be drafted in the first round is a cornerback, Jahdae Barron, and I wouldn't draft him.
Gotcha. Give me a second. Let me pull this up. Yeah, Cameron Williams.
Okay, Cameron Williams.
I've looked at Cameron Williams more than I've looked at Banks. I know some people have Banks ranked higher.
Cameron Williams is
Pro Football Network says Banks has all the physical attributes needed to be a high-level starting offensive lineman. He has the athletic traits that scouts drool over at the tackle position.
They have Cameron Williams as a first rounder? They have him in the first?
They have him ranked as the 30th overall prospect.
Interesting. He's really slow. Like, didn't he run like a ridiculously slow 40 time? Like, ridiculously slow?
That I don't know. Boom. Okay, so it says here, the big issue with Banks revolves around how he uses his hands, which can affect his contact balance and make it tougher for him to maximize his physical attributes. Because of that, he could face somewhat of a learning curve against more polished NFL defenders. Though Banks could slide inside at guard if needed, whichever team drafts him will probably keep him at offensive tackle.
Okay.
Did Banks play left tackle or right tackle? Because both him and Williams are.
Yeah, Banks played left tackle. Williams played right tackle. To say, I don't know if they're saying he's not. To me, like, the offensive line that they gave Ewers was amazing. They had Jake Majors at center. Like, they got 3 guys who are going to be drafted on the first 2 days of the draft. on their line. So
Yeah.
the line was really good. The only thing is they said that Cameron Williams is too slow, and Banks they said is a guard, and they're both the same size. They're both 6'5", 315. Him and Cameron Williams are both about the same size. I don't like. I was just unaware of why. I understood why Cameron Williams I thought was dropping, but maybe you're saying they have him as a 30th prospect. That's probably a first
this
rounder.
is Pro Football Network, PFN, not PFF.
Okay. Yeah, Banks was always a higher touted guy. He was a left tackle. Cameron Williams is good and he's big. He was just like I think he ran like a 5'7" or something like that in the 40, which is really bad for a tackle. Like, and that was hurting his draft grade, but maybe not. But Calvin Banks, you know where he's from?
Do I know where
Humble,
he's from?
Yeah, he's from a town called Humble, Texas. You know who else is from Humble, Texas?
Kevin Durant.
Aaron Glenn.
Oh, is he?
Is there a connection there? Do you think he'll take him? Because I mean, I don't know who's going to be available. I really don't know. Like last year, you kind of knew who was going to be off. Maybe not the order, but you kind of knew who was going to be off the board. I really don't know who's going to be off the board. Like, would it shock you if Shedeur Sanders really fell in this draft?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Is it a victory though if he falls? If there's that many QB needy teams and they pass, if Tennessee says we're going to stay with Will Levis, the mayonnaise guy in his coffee, over Shedeur, and then Cleveland's like, we'll get a veteran instead, we're good, and then the Giants are like, we need a guy, but we're not going to take that guy, and then the Raiders are like, we'd rather go out in free agency and get somebody than even debate him, and then the Saints are like, we could trade up to jump the Jets who need a QB, but we're not going to do it. Like, are you winning anything at that point?
No, I just look at Shedeur Sanders and I'm like, like, man, I don't see anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like I said, Davis Mills with better legs, but still doesn't run. Like, I just don't see anything that, like, there's nothing that jumps out at me. Like, you want to take him with a top 10 pick. What does he do well? Well, like, what does he do really well? Kind of nothing. Like,
I agree 100%. I haven't watched a lot of film on him because I don't expect him to be there, but I did see a lot of his games and I felt like a lot of his throws, Dylan said it great today on Jake's show, and I really enjoy listening to Dylan. He's very
really good. Really good.
He's really good. He's on with Buffalo Jet Fan all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll definitely have him on a Sunday before the draft. And he said it. He's like, a lot of his throws are checkdowns. We just got rid of that, right?
It's kind of, yeah. Like,
you wanted a guy who's just going to do checkdowns. Why wouldn't you keep the 41-year-old quarterback? If you want a guy who's going to throw the ball downfield, you go a different route. So it wouldn't make sense.
So you're on board with Jameis Winston, is what you're saying?
Fields is first for me. Winston is second.
And do you think there's upside in Fields or like
1 year deal? Let me be perfectly clear. 1 year deal.
Everyone gets 1 year deal. I agree. But do you think Fields has more upside than Winston, or like why Fields over Winston?
Mobility.
Okay.
I am a firm belief that we are going to get either a mauling guard, a monster guard, and put him at guard and move AVT out to right tackle. I need a bully in the trenches. We don't have that. Simpson's almost there, but the trend now, it's a copycat league. Becton going from tackle into guard and just punching linebackers and watching them fall on their ass and then watching Barkley go past them. I think, that'd be fun to watch Breece Hall do. Just get a fucking slash off the B gap and go untouched because your guard down blocks the center, punches the linebacker, and then you just gash right off of him and go. I'm like, okay, why can't we create something like that? So I don't know. I AVT, he wins his blocks, but I don't want a guy who just wins the blocks. I want a guy who pulverizes people and has the capability to knock them on their ass and then go hit somebody else. I want a guy who can win 2 blocks on one play. That's how you get explosive plays in the NFL. By play design and having guys who can block. Look at Trent Williams. How many times does McCaffrey break a run because Trent Williams pulls out, crushes a corner, and then a safety, and McCaffrey's able to hit up the sideline, right?
Which is the Missouri tackle. What I can't ever say his name. Memembo? Is that how you say it? Yeah. Is that how you say it? The tackle from Missouri.
Somebody just typed his name in the chat. Let me pull it up.
He's huge. He's like 6'6", 350, athletic. I don't know why he's not the hot. I don't know much about him other than he plays tackle, and he's huge and athletic.
Armand Membo.
That's him. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm saying it right with Membao. He's 6'3", 314. He ran a Buffalo Jet fan. He tweets a lot, but let me see if I can find the fucking tweet. He had a great tweet about tackles who can run. Let me see if I can find it.
What up, Addy?
Maybe it was a reply. I don't know. While I'm looking for this, what else you thinking?
Quarterback, round 2. I'm in for going for a quarterback in round 2, as long as it's Jackson Dart. Is there anyone else who you would consider taking at 42 besides Dart? Let's say the only guys that come off the board before that are Dart, Sanders, and Cam Ward. Is there anyone else, any quarterback you would consider taking that early, or would you wait till?
No, I'm going project. I don't believe anyone is worth taking at that point. Can that change? Sure, but I mean, this quarterback class reminds me of the Will Levis, Kenny Pickett, Malik Willis draft where it was very underwhelming.
Yeah.
And
Desmond Ridder.
I love next year's class. Even without Manning, Sellers, Nussmeier, Aller. I really love all three.
I love them. Yeah, Lenore Charles. I'm surprised that because he hasn't played that much football and his team wasn't good. I'm surprised that this many people have noticed him because I watched him a couple games later. I'm like, this guy's really good.
Yeah,
I'm definitely into Lenore Sellers. But what is Carson Beck going to figure in next year? Because he's a guy. He's kind of like Hackenberg. Like he's really good, but then you put him on the field, like, well, he kind of sucks. But give him one more year.
He's going to hope COVID-20 comes out and he gets another year because I think he's done playing football when college is over.
I mean, he's got a lot of talent, right? Like he's a big body. He'll get a chance, but like he's going to be like a 5th or a 6th round pick, I think. Like he keeps.
I'm a Georgia fan, so I watched 8 of their games this year. To me, he's Mark Sanchez of college football. There's times he makes a throw, and you look at it and go, that's a fucking beautiful throw. Nice. And then next time he misses a guy wide open. That was Mark Sanchez, right? Mark would wow you with the throw in the playoffs to Santonio Holmes to the back pylon. Perfect. And then he throws a simple pick because he doesn't see the linebacker dropping to cover the slant. So, I don't know.
And then Quinn Ewers, I feel, is going to shoot up. Like I think Quinn Ewers is going to be a 2nd-round quarterback. It's because
quarterbacks go. I mean, they go early.
There's not a bunch of good ones, so someone's going to overdraft them. Yeah. And I got a bad feeling that Quinn Ewers is going to go to the Jets at 42. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking that the Jets are going to take a quarterback in the 2nd round, and it's going to be Quinn because he's better than Will Howard.
You think they stay at 2nd, or you think they trade up to get in the late in the 1st? Because normally you do that so you have the extra years. If that becomes your guy,
yeah, I was thinking that.
Tag him. You can pick up the 5th-year option. You can tag them. That's why teams will trade up to get that quarterback at 32 instead of wait for 33.
Exactly.
That's the chess move, right?
If we trade up for Jackson Dart, I can live with that. At 32 or 31, I can live with that. If we trade up for Quinn Ewers, I'm telling you, Nick, my patience as a Jet fan, my loyalty, it's really wearing thin. I can't. Quinn Ewers lives 10 minutes away from me. I watched him in high school, and he's amazing in high school. And then he got to the state championship game against Westlake in Austin, and he's just tossing up interceptions. I'm like, huh, that's interesting. Then he gets to Texas, and he's just tossing up interceptions, just throwing up interceptions, right? When they were playing Georgia in the SEC championship game, they got the ball. And Alan texted me. He's like, winners win the game here. Winners score a touchdown. I said, Quinn Ewers. On cue, I said, Quinn Ewers is getting ready to throw an interception. What did he do 1 minute later? Threw the interception. It's like, he's a low IQ football player who can't play a clean game. I know he can spin it. I know he's really good on the intermediate stuff. He's not a smart football player, right? Like, he's going to pass. He's going to check a lot of boxes. Right, he's mobile. He can extend plays, but I look at him and I've watched him every game he's played since his junior year of high school. And I'm like, this guy, he hasn't fixed anything. The same things that he was doing in the junior year of high school, he was doing last year at Texas. Like nothing, you know what I'm saying? It's like he just seems uncoachable or something. They put him with a coach in a system entirely built for him, and he still wasn't any good. It's just. But he's got ability, and he can spin the ball, and like he's gonna get overdrafted. And then whoever drafts him, it's like a beautiful girl who's just a complete pain in the ass. Like, what's so good about this, right? Like,
oh, that narrows it down to all of them.
Right? Like, what is so good about this? Like, you're more of a headache than you are a solution to anything. I have a bad feeling, and I saw an article from Yahoo that the Jets interviewed Quinn. Is like they're gonna take him, and I just can't get away from Quinn Ewers. Like he's gonna be a part of my life forever, and it's really gonna test my patience as a Jet fan.
I love it.
I like Quinn. He's a born again Christian from Tarrant County, Texas, who's a Texas Longhorn.
Has the complete biography and demographic that would scream Gary Guy, and you're like, not a Gary Guy.
I think he sucks at playing quarterback. That's the only problem I have with him. Yeah.
I hear you. But Gary, thank you for calling in.
All right.
I appreciate you,
Nick. Congratulations on the new time slot. You.
Thank you.
I'll be here.
Thank you. I'll do whenever there's Jets news. I'll pop on. I know next week with the tampering period, I expect to be on a bunch, and you'll see me. You're in the Discord, so you'll get the alert. I'll announce when I'm going on, or others in the DP will throughout the day. But we'll. I'll do my best to make it work. You know, as long as the chat is showing up, I'll have no problem coming on. What else am I going to do? I don't really watch television. Since I'm a North Carolina Tar Heel basketball fan, I have not watched the second of North Carolina basketball since they hired Bill Belichick at the school. I cannot be affiliated with Bill Belichick. I even covered my North Carolina hat with an old Jet hat just to not even look at it right now. That's how fucking pissed I am about it. Like my buddy texted me today. He's like, "What's your thoughts on St. John's? You think they'll Jet?" I'm like, "I haven't really watched college basketball this year." And I told him about the Bill Belichick thing. He goes, that's funny. But no, seriously. I'm like, no, seriously. I go, I've watched 2 minutes of college basketball in the last month and a half. And it was the end of the Tennessee-Alabama game the other night, which was tremendous. Yeah. So it's like I picked it. I didn't even pick it. I went to my my brother-in-law's, and he had it on for the ending. But I don't know, man. I'm very loyal and brand loyal. And the guy who tormented me for fucking 20-something years now goes to the school that I love. I can't wear the same colors as him. That's just me. That's how much this fandom goes with the Jets. I don't want Bill Belichick to be affiliated with anything that I like. Bill Belichick, I wouldn't date a girl in her 20s right now, Gary, if given the opportunity, because Belichick's doing it. He's ruined it.
Hot 20-year-olds, I'm done.
That's it. Done with you. Done with you. Well, hot 20-year-old females, of course. You know, the other side. Hey, if a guy works out, compliment him. No, I'm
kidding. Tomorrow's big matchup. I want your official prediction. Score and everything.
Riga 57-43.
I'm on. I said 58-46. So we're on the same. We're yeah. Okay. We're right there. All right.
Yeah. I think that. I've said this before. I'll say it again. Whenever Jake would put up a poll to let Beast out of the Shadow Realm, he was losing it.
Yeah.
And now you take that demographic that's already voting against him, and now you add people who will vote for Dave Briga and not him. I think it goes a little more. I think instead of that 52-48 to not release him, grows to like 57%. I'll go 57-43.
We're on the same page. It's like the political, candidate who has like a negative upside down approval rating, and then you run a candidate people like. It's like, well, I don't think he's gonna win. Like, people don't like him. The polls say people don't like him.
I do have another prediction. This will be the most voted on matchup in the entire first round, not just to date. I think this one will get, because Beast is. I always think of Howard Stern, Private Parts movie, when Pig Vomit is talking about him, or they're getting the report on why did you listen to him? People who hate Howard Stern, why do you listen? I got to hear what he's going to say next. People who love Howard Stern, why do you listen to him? I'm going to hear what he says next. It's the same answer. It's the same reason. People show up. People will show up tomorrow to vote for or against.
And they gave him the right 15 seat. People like Briga. They gave him a tough matchup. I think Briga's going to pull the upset too. I think he's going to win by not a massive margin, not a blowout, but I think he's going to win by a comfortable margin.
Yeah, I think it might jump to like 54-55%, but I think, long term, I mean, the longer the show goes, the more time it gives Gator to create more accounts to vote for Beast with all the work he's put in on him.
All right, one last question. Alan brings it up. Let me ask you for your if hypothetically I faced Alan in the Sweet 16, which would happen if we both went that far. Who are you taking? Sweet 16, me or Alan?
It's a tough one. That's a tough one.
I think he's more disliked than me, so I think people would vote for me.
I think it's more disliked. I think the deciding factor would be Alan not calling in anymore.
Do you think that hurts him?
I think it's not a matter who I dislike. Like I find interest and intrigue in both of you. I think you're two opposite ends of the scale with your interest and intrigue, but I'm intrigued by both of you. I consider both of you friends, and I think if I had to vote, like there are a couple matchups I've said I'm going to abstain from voting from, just to never have to say I voted one way or the other. All cards on the table, I would probably abstain from that one. But if I had to vote, I would lean towards you with the vote, because Alan has stepped away. But if Alan was still calling in and throwing his daggers at everybody, I don't know. I'm intrigued by that. I'm intrigued by the person who just says, I am who I am. I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm going to be true to me. Like, and you're like that too. That's why the intrigue, the points that you guys make might not align or even be in the same realm of discussion. But it's one of those matchups where it's like, we could, when we were building the bracket, like, we could have that matchup later on. Like, that's a fucking interesting matchup.
It is. I hope to get him. I hope I get him. I can't really get JJ unless it's the final, but I want to go against.
I'll vote for you because Alan even says 63-37, Gary. There we go.
I don't think that I can beat Mikey, and I don't know if I can. I don't think I can beat Lane, but I tell you who I think I can beat. That's Charles. I know
you keep saying that.
I see weaknesses in Charles. I scout fighters all day. I see weaknesses. I see a weakness in Charles I can exploit.
I know.
If I make it to the finals, I want Charles.
I think Charles, the intrigue with Charles is he's not there every day.
And he's awesome too. Like
you just get
awesomeness in Charles.
Yeah, sometimes when you get Charles outside of the house, you're getting Charles.
Yeah. There's
reserved Charles in the house, quiet, phone real close, laying in bed. But when you get Charles out and about in Costco or at Burger King or with us at the bowling alley and the club and then out at the diner, it's really fucking entertaining. Like, We the People and Charles together was like the odd couple, but it was like the most intriguing thing to watch that night was the two of them being teammates. Oh, look, there he is. He's here.
Charles is here. Oh,
Weed is.
Weed's here.
Did you see what Weed made of me?
No.
That's a picture of me when I was in the Bret Hart documentary when I was like 18 years old, and he took the picture of my face. That's my face there is his profile photo in the Discord, and he put it on that guy's body.
There you go. Okay.
Now it all makes sense.
Yeah.
But
he's a clever guy.
Speak of the devil. But all right, Gary. Thank you for calling in, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Thanks, sir.
Enjoy tomorrow. Be a big day.
Yes, sir.
If you mention him, he shall come.
Hey, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I always come. One day, Jay will blossom into a beautiful butterfly. And he will fly around flapping his wings and just...
He hasn't typed it yet, but I will say it on his behalf. Oh, fuck you, Weed.
What's up, Nick? Man, I miss you.
I don't care. Hi, I'm right here.
You had a great show.
Thank you. Thanks for popping in, man. I got to figure out a way to still get on here at night, even though I know it's late, not everyone's up, but there's enough of you guys showing up, and you know what? The ones that are showing up are the ones that I really love and who I would be talking to anyway in the Discord. So let's hang.
You're good. You're good, man. You got the perfect time slot right now.
Hell yeah.
I would have been a little bit earlier, but I was out scooting and booting. I literally just fucking pulled into my house, so glad I was able to catch the end of your show. I was listening to it while I was riding around.
Oh, excuse me. I appreciate that, man. I'm glad. I'm glad you're working, bro.
I'm fucking doing whatever I can, dude.
That's what you gotta do, man.
Everything.
Dude, I would go from job to job to job. You know that for the last couple months, and now I got the full time, so I'm not doing basketball during the week. But ask me what I'm doing on my first weekend. I have a full time. I finally got full time. On my first Saturday, I'm going to do basketball Saturday morning from 9 to 1. And then I'm working overtime as custodian from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Saturday. So 9 hours of overtime on my first weekend.
So my buddy has almost the exact same kind of job you do. And he just got overtime exactly like you did. And I haven't seen this dude in like 16 years. So good luck, Nick.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, and Nikki too. Nikki sees me grinding and working, and he keeps the scoreboard. And I said to him, I go, I can only work 4 games. I go, if you want off, I'll take off. But if you want to work, I'll work. And he goes, I'll work. I go, all right, but you got to talk to your mom. Your mom's either got to come pick you up, or I'll split an Uber with her to get you back to Old Bridge. I can't bring you home. He goes, all right, bet. Texts me like in 2 minutes. He goes, all right, I'll work all 8 games. So even though I won't be there the last 4, the kid's still going to work to make his money.
Why don't you have
proud of him for that?
So why don't you just have Nick Jr. run your show while you're at work?
What's the show have to do with anything? He's doing the scoreboard at basketball.
I'm talking about the show. Like 10 o'clock.
He's not here. It's not his weekend here. I wouldn't work the overtime if he was here.
9 o'clock. Here comes Nick Jr.
I'm Nick Jr., dumbass.
Nick Jr. God damn it.
Any other memes to put up before I wind the show down here?
No, I gotta save all my memes for my fucking showdown on Thursday.
Nice. I'm very excited.
I do need you to hit me up. I do need you to hit me up with some ideas, though. So we'll get together like this. We'll go.
Oh, that fucking cunt talks shit about me indirectly today.
What?
Yeah. If you go back and watch the beginning of the show, the opening 15-minute monologue, I address it. It's probably around the 12-minute mark on. You'll see me when I get angry and be like, oh, yeah, that's what he's talking about. But he tried to indirectly talk shit to me.
I came in like an hour. I came like
doesn't
an
like
hour.
me, but hangs there waiting for another drop to come out of the hog and drip on his face.
I came like an hour into the show. I just got home. I was fucking dashing around doing my shit. And then I came home and I fucking called you. I don't think he's still on. I hope I can get on.
Nice.
I just wanted everybody to see my fucking Jay.
Oh, yeah. I think Jay fell asleep. He hasn't commented yet. But you got to go back to and you got to look for a Chiefs fans call. And I don't want to tell you what was said, but just watch when Chiefs fan comes on, and it's pretty entertaining.
All right.
Or did you hear it? Driving around, did you hear it?
I have to go back and rewatch them.
Yeah, go back. All right. Addison said he sent you your homework already. All right, do your homework before you come into. Yeah, you have to do it. Yes, Addie, great fucking call. Yeah, check Discord, and you'll see what you have to do. The community calls upon you again. Oh, great one.
I am here to answer every call. Nick,
night.
This is for you.
Good night, buddy. I don't want that. Good night, pal.
It's still for you.
Thank you.
I love you, dude.
Love you too, buddy. Nice. Addison learned serial killers prefer yellow lighting. I believe we are without Boomtown tonight. Now, I understand with doing these hours, that might be the downside of it. That's the biggest downside is Boom being a person who might not be up till 1:15. So this is where we need all of you to come in and pick up the slack. So, ladies and gentlemen, what did we learn? And I also say this, if he is here and he's watching, shame on me for doubting you. But ladies and gentlemen, what did you learn tonight? I learned, even with an 11:22 p.m. start Eastern, you awesome guys and gals will show up. Nice. See, this is what. Boom. Fucking let's go. Yeah. All right, now I'm ready to do another hour. Oh yeah, dude. Sits quietly. Love it. Fucking love it. All right. Fuck the rest of you. I don't care what you think. Addison, I learned Nick and Gary have had a 25 and Rick can't kind of redemption. There's something about other shows where, I don't know. It leads to little hostile moments. I don't know. Me and Gary got into it one day. I met Gary. I met him Denver weekend for Talking Jets. They had their outing. And me, Knob, Jeremy, Knob's friend, Nikki, we took the train. We went up to New York City, and we went into Pioneers, which is like 2 blocks away from Penn Station. And then there was Gary. He was at the Garden the night before for a fight. And I don't know what happened after that. Boom is a goat. Sarah, you are correct. Boom is a goat. All right. We learned Nick could have done done more. I learned Nick could have done more. Could have done more what? Addison learned weed can't type. Let's just be happy he operated the scooter safely and got home. That's the most important part of all of it. Thank you to Cheese Fan. Thank you to the big fella, Georgie, David D, Snowball, Jake Asman, Chiefs fan. Jake Asman, Chiefs fan again. Awesome night. For those of you who haven't yet. Oh, where did it go? Where did you go? We are taking raffles here. We have a Sauce Gardner signed helmet. If you missed earlier, Bobby weighed in at, I forget the exact number. $241 even. He's down 40.6 pounds. He's at $3,654 earned in 13 weeks. There's 3 weeks left. Stay tuned. Let's see how far down he can get. Big fella, I had Briga, 57.43. I think the people are gonna vote in a way that let it be known they do not like the beast. That's my prediction. Could be wrong. But that's how I see it. I've had a pretty good read so far on the chat, and the one that I got wrong was June the GM over JJ. Oh, wait, he's here. Did you see? All right, Weed, you have to come back in. Weed, you have to come back in now. We have to show Jay the background. The one I got wrong was June the GM, and he had the lead up until like the last 10 minutes. So I didn't vote with what I wanted. I voted on what I think the chat, my bracket is what I think the chat will do. Who cares what I vote on for me? Jay, 3 siblings, welcome. It's very nice of you to be there, all snuggled up.
It's not the one you wanted, I know. I'm trying to find it.
You want to tell Jay what this is?
He already knows what it is. It's him in his cocoon before he becomes a fluff coon.
All right, that's not the right way to say that.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to. There's no real way.
That was unintentional stupidity.
There's no good way to say a cocoon.
Yeah, don't say it then. Just don't say it.
Well,
don't say it unless that you are harvesting in Glenhead.
You still gotta try. Hold on, let me look for this.
Oh, I have an idea for you. I just came up with an idea for you for your matchup.
Send it to my DM.
No, I'm going to say it right here on air.
All right, go ahead then.
You just create a photoshopped montage of all famous African Americans and have them behind you, and don't say a word about it.
All right, well, I'm going to do that, but at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and move to the side for this one.
Oh, good stuff.
Well, yeah.
If you could get pictures of like all the black people who call into my show or call into Jake's show and just Photoshop them and have them there and just wait for Rob to say, "What's that?" And be like, "Oh, these are just my friends. We figured that you wouldn't like them, but I like them. I'm not like you." Don't ever say why. Just fucking, God, I hate that fucking guy.
It's just,
God, I hate that.
There's just so many breadcrumbs.
Nice.
You need like 16 brooms to clean up all them breadcrumbs.
All right, let me go before Clancy starts making fun of me for not being able to end the show.
All right, later, Nick.
Later, buddy. Clancy's already typing it. Nick with one of his long ass goodbyes again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Boomtown, is here. You know what, man? He is a fucking stoner, but he is talented. He is talented. And you know what? Before I even met him and knew what he looked like, he created this background and sent that to me. He created that on his own and sent that. So for those of you that have been here for a while, that's the original We the People Photoshop that he sent me. So old viewers know this was a background for a long time. All right, Robert C. Jesus Christ. Stop yelling at me. I can't even do your voice because it's 1:30 at night and people are sleeping. Mr. Boomtown, international superstar sensation, sweeping the globe with his wit, charisma, personality, humor, charm. Will you please tell everyone what you learned on the first episode of The Late Show, Nick at Night? Yeah, he sent that to me probably about 3 years ago. I was still at the apartment. So it was 2022. Yeah. Yeah, that was a background for a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle the fuck up. I learned Chiefs fan really wanted to be back in the DP. Nick at Night is off and running. Jake and Chiefs fan set the tone. Carly is joining the Fortnite gang. Rob both misheard and misquoted Nick. God, I hate that fucking guy. Oh, God, forgive me. Please take this anger out of me. Bonus, Nick does an excellent parrot impression. Minus 40 pounds and $3,600 richer. Way to go, Bobby. Nick is not welcome around Sarah's family and friends. That's perfect. They're too far away. She gets friends in America, then I'll reconsider. Double bonus. If you need a Gary Tell at the poker table, mention salad. 5 additional gift memberships earns free Gary nudes. Talk about a late night special. Triple bonus. Listening to 30 minutes of Gary at 1 a.m. We're going to need to rework our contract, Nick. Weed will always answer the call of duty. There was doubt, but it was unfounded. It was a drop of doubt, but you heard me correct it. You heard me say, shame on me for doubting him. Because every time I think out loud, I go, oh, he's here. He's here. And if I don't tell you enough, which I do, you know how much I love you. My twin says it. You are the best. You guys are all the best. I thank you for watching. I thank you for staying up this late with me. I was very nervous about how many people would show up for a late show. You know, I get some shit when I start at 9 or 10 o'clock, but I love you guys. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being a part of this journey. And thank you for sticking with me through all of the life and schedule changes that I've been experiencing. You guys have been a constant in my life, and I love the ever-living shit out of you. Even the fucking weirdo like Weed. Now, don't get yelled at. Turn the volume down. Let's end with some Blitz beats. He's here watching. I saw him earlier. He's probably working, listening. You saw him today. You saw him be why he's the #1 seed overall. Shame on us for doubting him at moments. I know I did. But ladies and gentlemen, Charles, then Blitz. Good night.
Hey, all you shiners, it's time for something cool. I'm here to do my part. I'll drop a stinky fart. No chicken soup for you. I'm gonna eat it up. And then I'll do a show and talk about the Green Hornet. I got a new laptop. You know it doesn't suck. I'll need to keep it down when I'm making too much noise. My mom will pull the plug and Dennis smack my ass, and that will surely blow. Hey, fuckers, it's time for the Nick Shine Show.
Sarah, listen. I understand. No, I'm not going to come to Australia for your friends. But what we could do is have you start getting friends in America. They need to be under 5'2". They need to be above a C cup. They need to have no morals. They have to be able to make a good macaroni and cheese. No breadcrumbs. Extra butter, extra cheese is always welcome. But yeah, if we can get you to get some friends on this side of the planet, that would be super awesome. Hawk will vouch for me. Craig has met me. Craig knows I'm pretty fucking awesome too. And yeah, did it again. Fuck.
It's got beat.
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime as Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
You know what? Nick Shine is cooking, everybody.